Happy Tuesday, members of the Altcoin Buzz Army. Another day, another series of ultra, uber positive news stories for cryptocurrency and for altcoins. We'll be discussing those from a couple different perspectives. Another, I suppose, leading indicator of a bull market full of optimism is, unfortunately, all the scammers that are out there in this space. And it's affecting our channel, unfortunately. Now, you guys are smart out there in the Altcoin Buzz Army, but I just want to kind of run this PSA to make sure that you're not duped. So this is our video from a couple days ago focusing on Ethereum. Unfortunately, we have scam ads running before our videos, during our videos, after our videos. From the perspective of a YouTube creator, we have no control over which ads are aired. It's a bit of a bidding process, and not to go into how the sausage is made, but we ultimately don't have any control over that. So that's something that you got to be on the lookout for. Never give out any information relating to your private keys or any personal information for that matter. Basically just disregard those scam videos. This is not an example of a scam video. This is just our video from a couple days ago. But let me give you an example of how disgusting the comments have become. So when we have a response to something, let's say here, the surprisingly long section on Soldier Boy was the most I've thought about him in 10 years. If I reply to this comment personally and we post that reply, it's going to come out, as you can see, as a verified Altcoin Buzz comment. You can understand that that's the case based on that little check mark, based on the different imagery here, as opposed to Altcoin Buzz impersonators. This is happening, as far as I can tell, with every single YouTube channel related to cryptocurrency, especially, perhaps beyond, I'm not too sure, but like this is an epidemic in the space. And you have no idea, like every day I go through, I purge these comments here, and the process is kind of beyond our control, because I can either hide the user from the channel, that's fine, but these guys just reproduce like mice. It's unbelievable. So I hide them, I remove them, I report them as scam, unwanted commercial content, or spam. It doesn't really do much because they just continue to multiply. So be on the lookout for this, guys. Don't provide any information to anybody, whether it's in the comments, whether it's in a video that pre-rolls as an ad, our content, just kind of letting you guys know. Ultimately, like I said, kind of jokingly, it's a good sign because it shows we're in a growing space. This is a bull market, but as such, careful. People are going to try to take advantage of you. All right, let's move on to the more positive news, and there's a lot of it to go around today. We're going to first take a look at the macro here and then dive into some updates with regard to some of our favorite altcoin projects. On Cointelegraph.com, $45 billion DeFi market cap and soaring TVL total value locked suggests the best is yet to come. The decentralized finance market cap has reached $45 billion as the total value locked in DeFi continues to rise to new heights. Currently, the figure here, and let's just do a refresh just in case, $25.23 billion. This is also rising during a relative slump for Bitcoin's price, which is kind of keeping the market down. Now, of course, the counterpoint to that is that Ethereum is pretty much every couple of days reaching a new all-time high. So the price of Ethereum going up is good for the price of DeFi. Of course, guys, expect this to hit 30, 40, 50 billion, $100 billion later this year and beyond. This is very, very encouraging. So the decentralized finance sector continues to charge full steam ahead as multiple tokens notch new all-time highs and the total value locked in DeFi protocols grows with the passing of each week. And here's some data from Messari, which is showing that projects like Aave, like Uniswap, like SushiSwap, and Synthetics have all rallied by double digits, creating a positive feedback loop as more users engage with the protocols to yield farm and capitalize on flash loans. And as we just saw, the sharp increase in TVL total value locked was helped by a $400 surge in the price of Ether from just over $1,000 a few days ago on the 21st of January to a new all-time high of $1,459 or $60 or $70 or so on the 25th of January. But Ether can't account for all the gains, as shown by the increasing number of DeFi tokens that are also securing new all-time highs. Don't forget that Ethereum futures are also coming up on the 8th of February. Those are going to be provided courtesy of CME Group. In this related news here, Mike Novogratz Galaxy Digital to launch Ethereum funds as well. We touched on this the other day, but Galaxy Digital, the crypto investment firm, is launching new funds centered around Ethereum. The Galaxy Ethereum Fund, along with two other funds geared towards institutions, will provide exposure to Ether the Ethereum network's native cryptocurrency. And if you haven't checked out our video from the other day as to why Ethereum is going to now be the preferred, arguably, asset class for the institutional investor crowd, check that out. There's a card popping up for that right now. We'll also link to it in the description below. And speaking of institutional adoptions, please put your hands together for Marathon Patent Group, which has purchased $150 million in Bitcoin. Their CEO, Marek Okamoto, said the crypto purchase would help make Marathon an appealing choice to investors seeking, quote, exposure to this new asset class. By purchasing $150 million worth of Bitcoin, we have accelerated the process of building Marathon into what we believe to be the de facto investment choice for individuals and institutions who are seeking exposure to this new asset class. Here on globalnewswire.com, it's reported that Marathon worked with New York Dig, a leading technology and financial services firm dedicated to Bitcoin, to make sure that purchase was done efficiently. And Robbie Gutman, the co-founder and CEO of New York Dig, commented on the acquisition, that $150 million acquisition, quote, "We deeply admire Marathon's commitment to the Bitcoin ecosystem, and we are very pleased to add them to the list of companies who utilize New York Dig as the institutional choice for corporate treasury solutions. New York Dig is uniquely positioned to help corporations navigate the challenges they face around executing and structuring the holding of large Bitcoin positions, and our ability to deliver Marathon a tailored and custom solution with a quick turnaround and no market impact is why corporations and insurance companies choose New York Dig." Nice little pitch there. Of course, Marathon and just about every other company in the world wants to be like MicroStrategy, led of course by Michael Saylor, whose price is up a little bit now on the day, down a little bit on the day, I should say, down a little bit on the week, but who cares? The more you zoom out, the more you see this is just a parabolic chart. I've likened MSTR here stock to an altcoin. You know, going back 6 months, a year ago, like they have, what is it now, quadrupled their price at least, I think maybe quintupled. So just absolutely meteoric success with this corporate treasury investment strategy into Bitcoin, which has been pioneered this year by Michael Saylor. So kudos to Michael Saylor, who's, by the way, now taking that ground game to the masses and educating other CEOs, other directors, other chiefs, other boards of directors on how to do exactly what he's done and benefit for the long term. We also have this news when it comes to institutional investment. Bitcoin Institutional Watch. In a filing this morning, this is yesterday, with the SEC, Rothschild Investment Corporation, Rothschild, founded in 1908, reported owning 30,454 shares of GBTC. In a previous filing in October, the firm owned 24,500 shares. Link to the filing is available here on sec.gov. This is not exactly the most enthralling reading material in the world, but if you want to check it out, we'll link to it below. Here's kind of the gist of this story here on Cointelegraph.com. Rothschild Investment Corporation increases stake in GBTC as institutional adoption grows. The institutional investment manager holds over 30,000 shares of Grayscale's GBTC. That's according to a new SEC filing. And no, the firm is not part of the Rothschild family dynasty, in case you were wondering. Extending our theme here of macro positivity, we have this news out of India, which caters more to CBDC news, but just want to mention it in passing. The Reserve Bank of India is now apparently exploring the possibility of a digital currency. The bank still claimed the government bodies and regulators in India are both, quote, skeptical and apprehensive about crypto. But I guess nevertheless, they felt the need to put out this press release that they're exploring the possibility of a digital currency. Interesting. We'll come back to that. They're also exploring blockchain-aided voting trials, which are going to begin in India. This, to me, I've said it now for years, is, if anything, beyond currency, the primary use case that blockchain should be engineered toward. Clear, transparent, accountable elections. That's got to be the most important use case you can think of. It's far more important than digital internet money, at least in my opinion. But, this is the direction in which we've evolved. Bitcoin, despite all of its use cases, has kind of taken the form of a digital asset, a store of value. That's great. That's fine. And the same thing goes for a lot of altcoins, although not all of them. But really, when it comes to election transparency and voting mechanics, that to me is where blockchain, I think, can revolutionize the world. And there's an argument to be made that maybe the powers that be don't want that. Not to get too conspiratorial, but maybe they don't want 100% perfect transparency. That's also a possibility. Nevertheless, India seems to be exploring it, and they're beginning voting trials, which is good news. You can read more about that here on thewire.in. CEC says mock trials for blockchain-aided remote voting to begin soon. And we talked about Grayscale a moment ago. Here's their update from just under a day ago. Net assets under management, holdings per share, and market price per share of our investment products. This from the 25th of January. Total AUM assets under management, $26.6 billion. They're not slowing down. They're acquiring more, if anything. Kudos to Grayscale. I mean, I hope they're led, and every indication seems to be that they're led by benevolent people, good people, Michael, Barry, others. Can you imagine if they were evil? Like, these guys are going to take over the world one day based on their Bitcoin and altcoin holdings. So I'm happy that they seem to be pretty chill people. Kudos to them. Great job. Elrond, EGLD here in the news. EGLD, EGLD and Binance chain integration to enable strategic DeFi interoperability. Hashtag hypergrowth100 day 21. And you guys can read more about this here on Elrond.com. Elrond and Binance smart chain integration to enable strategic DeFi interoperability. This article by Benjamin Minsu. So the opportunity of an interoperable DeFi ecosystem is far greater than the sum of separate individual parts, and specific opportunities enabled by the unique capabilities of distinct blockchains are amplified by the seamless flow of value and global user accessibility. Therefore, we're excited to announce that the Elrond network will be interoperable with the Binance Smart Chain. This will allow the free flow of assets issued on one chain to participate in DeFi opportunities on the other chain. Quote, the integration with the Binance Smart Chain is meant to significantly increase exposure, accessibility, and value flow between the networks, enabling many creative opportunities for the DeFi ecosystem. That's courtesy of Benjamin Minsu, Elrond's CEO. Okay, we've been talking so much and so positively about DeFi. Decentralized finance is on the rise anywhere you slice it. Talking about all these new protocols that are out there. I think more importantly, at least in my opinion, so many of the new services and the products that are made available to the investing public. Here's a real-world example of a newcomer stepping into this space, providing real-world value. Nimbus, here with 10 earning strategies, DeFi ecosystem to launch DAO. This article by Deepika on altcoinbuzz.io, the blockchain-based financial solution Nimbus is attempting to combine the best of traditional and decentralized finance, effectively aiming to knock down the entry barriers to multiple investment opportunities. Okay, let's define the project here a little bit for some context. Nimbus is a holistic DeFi ecosystem, and they're aiming to offer realistic and, very importantly here, sustainable revenue generation DeFi models, and they're all set for launch. According to the official press release, which was shared with Altcoin Buzz, the project is launching its new DAO-governed DeFi ecosystem and NBU token on the 27th of January. That is tomorrow. Interestingly, Nimbus already serves an active community of 50,000 users with a trading app, and therefore the system is set to enable the wide adoption of NBU token and DAO-governed DeFi ecosystem. What we like about the project right now is that it's offering multiple earning strategies. So currently the DeFi and traditional finance or TradFi users right now need to switch between multiple investment platforms in order to optimize or maximize returns. Moreover, Nimbus promises to solve this problem with a new DeFi ecosystem, and NBU, which is the native Nimbus token, opens 10 earning strategies for its users. Here is the list of those 10 strategies. Right out of the gate, there are 4 dApps, decentralized applications, included into the ecosystem. These include the Nimbus IPO Hub dApp, the Nimbus Crowdfunding dApp, Crypto Arbitrage Trading, and the P2P Lending dApp. This one in particular combines the best practices of traditional and decentralized finance to provide risk-adjusted lending and borrowing on the platform. And furthermore, Nimbus is on a mission to become a one-stop shop to bridge investment of digital assets to multiple investment options. It's also offering what you could call a truly decentralized DAO. So the Nimbus organization is only going to get 10% of the Nimbus governance tokens. These tokens are going to enable voting and revenue earning distribution among its holders, and this ensures true stakeholder participation in the Nimbus ecosystem. You can think of this as a system of 3 tokens right now. So for the proper functioning of the Nimbus ecosystem, the team plans to launch 3 types of tokens, each with its own unique benefits for the holder. The NBU token is a regular ERC20 token. That's the one that's launching tomorrow on the 27th of January. The Nimbus governance token is an ERC20 governance token, right there in the name, and STAN, S-T-A-N, is a 100% USD-backed stablecoin. As far as what you can do with the NBU token, once it goes live, users can swap any amount of NBU on the official Nimbus website, and along with that, they can stake their NBU for up to 12% APY, 12%. Additionally, those who acquire NBU can choose to join the referral program and earn 10% on their referees' token acquisition and 0.15% of the referees' token swaps. So guys, check out Deepika's article for full information here. Once again, Nimbus is a project that is aiming and promises to redefine the DeFi ecosystem. They're finally set to launch. Be on the lookout for the NBU token that is launching tomorrow on the 27th of January. We will link to this article, as always, for full information in the description below. Also want to mention the fact that Paid Network, which we've been talking about very favorably lately, they've been on our radar. We're extremely happy to announce that they were listed on Uniswap yesterday, and therefore they've seen a major uptick in price. Right now, at the time of this recording, up 33.5%. In an otherwise down market, that's up over 30% against Bitcoin, up over 31% against Ethereum. Now, Paid Network, ticker PAID, sitting at about 47 cents. So again, up 33.5% in these last 24 hours based on this listing on Uniswap yesterday. So once again, a heartfelt kudos and congratulations to the Paid Network team. Well done. Enjin is also in the news here, really just hitting a new all-time high every day, it seems. Enjin, at Enjin on Twitter, introducing at NFT.io, an upcoming NFT non-fungible token marketplace purpose-built to enable blockchain economies of the future powered by Efinity. And this is a big play. If you guys have been following our reporting on non-fungible tokens, we've kind of stated many times that really behind decentralized finance, so behind DeFi, NFTs are probably the most important new class, new form of technology that has emerged out of blockchain in the last year or two. NFTs just have a remarkable potential when it comes to all the applications, all of the economies that they could be integrated into. It's unbelievable. So, powered by Efinity here, continuing scalable infrastructure, next-gen token functionality, zero-fee minting, new tokenomics, and instant free transactions. Check out nft.io for the full story here. You know what I like about Enjin is just that no matter what they do, like their art style is so original and so exceptional, like just across the board. I think it's awesome. Even like, very layered kind of cool approach here on the website, just the little touches like that. I love their art style. The future of NFTs, powerful, versatile, purpose-built to enable next-gen blockchain economy. So check out nft.io. We'll link to this in the description below. Ocean Protocol here is in the news with this tweet from yesterday. Ocean is proud to partner with Moonbeam Network. We're working on an integration that will ultimately enable data producers and consumers to use Ocean's tools in the Polkadot ecosystem. More details in the thread here. You can check that out on purestake.com. Moonbeam and Ocean Protocol partner to bring a new data economy to the Polkadot ecosystem. And more good news for Ocean here. Ocean in Forbes, North Dakota's chief data officer, names Ocean Protocol as an innovative startup he's looking forward to seeing develop in the coming years. Basil Dorman also discusses data, automation, and AI in this interview with R. Schmelzer. And that's pretty big news because Forbes will occasionally, mention some of the bigger cryptos out there, certainly Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, others, but for a mention in Forbes at the scale of an Ocean Protocol, that is very significant. So perspectives on AI, artificial intelligence from the North Dakota Chief Data Officer. Now, you have to scroll quite a ways down until Ocean Protocol is mentioned here. But in this section, what AI technologies are you most looking forward to in the upcoming years? Dorman Basil. A couple of innovative startups that are exploiting the ideas of AI and blockchain. Ocean Protocol and Circles UBI offer some data exchange capabilities that could potentially transform how I think about consumption-based and chargeback models between agencies. That is a big deal for Ocean Protocol. Kudos on that mention in Forbes. A couple more quick updates. Firstly, from Injective Protocol, we are releasing Amazon decentralized stock futures on the Solstice testnet. Now, anyone can long or short Amazon, and here's the important thing, with leverage. That is an important development and one that Injective protocol should be proud of. So congratulations there. Finally, we have Decred at Decred Project from yesterday. We're pleased to announce that Decred version 1.6 has been released, now including a new consensus vote to decentralize the Decred treasury, streamlined and private staking, private transactions on Decredition, Lightning Network integration. You can check out more on decred.org/release. And that is about it for today, members of the Altcoin Buzz Army. Ethereum, you never know. I mean, it could hit a new all-time high any second now. Bitcoin, I realize, is a little bit underwhelming right now in terms of price performance. But as per all the positive news at the outset of the video that we covered, there's a lot happening right now from the macro perspective. So I think it's one of those situations that, make sure you don't lose sight of the forest through the trees. Because when in doubt, zoom out, take a look at the bigger picture, and realize that things are extremely positive. Look, Bitcoin could fall another $15,000. Things are still going to be positive. Nothing has changed. The only difference is that for those weekends that panic, the whales that are now entering the space are going to buy up your cryptocurrency. So be positive. That's kind of my closing message for the day. Also, make sure, guys, you're following us on all the regular social media channels. Keep checking back into our website. It is altcoinbuzz.io. Like, subscribe, share, and hit the bell to receive notifications if you enjoyed today's video. And best of luck if you choose to invest on this Tuesday, everybody. Have a great midweek, and we do hope to see you again soon in our next video on Hump Day. Take care.